Hello, fam. Welcome to another episode of Tuesday Seeds. Today, Uriah Israel will be sharing with you how to better understand our water cycle. So please stay tuned.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's a nice sunny morning here in the month of May. And while I was out here today, we've had quite a bit of rain. And I wanted to talk to people about a really good topic. But before that, I wanted to do a quick little science lesson almost. And that science lesson is basically I want to talk about the water cycle. So our lovely planet that we live on right now is about 71% of the planet Earth is covered with water, right? So this water is in rivers, streams, ocean, glaciers, animals even, and even your body. Your body's made of about 60 to 70% water, depending on your age and your weight and everything, right? So we know that without water, there's no living things on the planet Earth. We all need water to live. Okay, Earth's water can move from place to place through a process called the water cycle. In this process, what happens is that water rises in the air through the clouds, and it falls back to Earth's surface. So to start the cycle, the water must be heated by the sun, okay, and then it transforms into a gas, and then it goes up into the cloud or the sky through a process called evaporation or transpiration. So you can watch this process at home in your own kitchen when you boil some water, right? If you was boiling a pot of water to make some tea or whatever, some spaghetti or something like that, and you left it on, and you're watching the vapor come up, then all of a sudden, if you leave it long enough, what's going to happen to the water? It's going to completely evaporate away, and there will be no water left in that pot. And the same thing can happen when in your garden and in your place where you plant, your beds or anything like that. Okay, so steam is water vapor, and so that's the point I was trying to make, is that steam is water vapor, and therefore, evaporation happens when the water collected in rivers, streams, oceans, whatever, it heats up and then it rises into the air as steam. That's a really good point to understand. And so with that point, vapor rises into the air, it goes into the clouds. The clouds that you see behind me, those are water vapor. Now, transpiration, you got evaporation and you got transpiration and transpiration. And transpiration is the water is taken into the plant through the soil, goes up through the root system, and then while the plant is doing its thing during the day, what happens? It kind of like, it loses the water while it's breathing through the stomata of the plant. And this water, through the heat of the day, will release back into the air. So the water, this time, instead of water going directly from the water source itself, a pond, a lake, a river, ocean, whatever, a puddle even, is going through the plant. And this is called transpiration. And so this is very important. It goes through the leaves of the plant. And so I'm looking at my notes here because I don't want to miss a point. This is such a great opportunity to talk about this, because most of the stuff we learned in a science class, but now as we begin to grow our own food, plant gardens, have farms, some of these basic principles, we kind of forget them. And all agriculture really is experimental. What might work really well with you might not work well with somebody else. And so my point, once again, is that water vaporizes in the air to become clouds. And so evaporation and transpiration are both ways that the water makes its way from the Earth's surface into the cloud system, and then it comes back down later on. This water will eventually, of course, run back to the Earth. And we know, I already said that we need water in order to live. Very super important point. I hope that made was made clear what evaporation and transpiration is, and I'm going to show you why, how you can help your plants continue to receive moisture or precipitation of water through your soil instead of just evaporating off your soil. You know, we don't want that to happen. We want the plants to continue to transpire and breathe the moisture. All right, and I'll be back. Okay, then. Thank you.